You think it's gonna rain?
Guys, I think we should go inside.
You see the umbrella?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's gonna get ruined.
Yeah, we gotta remember to
Dude, I go for the, oh, it's ruined. Oh my goodness. Just snap into action. Okay, we were like having fun, but this is actually pretty serious.
We've already tapped into our dry goods, so we're not gonna last long.
The storm has passed, but we still don't have power.
Well, my heart is super heavy, and our tree has a lot more company now. So today is technically day one of our 100-day content challenge, and yeah, that's where we are committing ourselves for 4 hours every single day to letting people know about our business and letting people know about our farm and what we're up to. So what a lot of that's going to look like for us is just kind of documenting our life and the things that we do on the day-to-day. Quick, you found an egg? Let me see that egg. Let me see that egg. I love it. It's beautiful.
Tom Cruise egg.
Tom Cruise egg?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
She slipped back out.
Good find, baby.
Put it where Cooper can't reach it because she's cracking it.
She's in her egg cracking stage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You put it somewhere special, okay? That's a good place. She's not tall enough to reach that. I like that.
Till we come back to bring it inside.
Here we go. Day one of the content challenge, and we're building raised beds. But before we do that, I have to process all of this LIRIOPE, which is a LIRIOPE spicata, which is a highly aggressive ground cover. It spreads really, really quickly. And our client was supposed to get a clumping variety of this planted inside of their garden, and this was not it, so she wanted us to remove it. And we're installing it in another flower bed that we're actually building for her in one of her flipping houses. And so all the root balls kind of look like that right now. So what we need to do is fill each one of these pots with enough dirt for these to have a
and like a plant.
Exactly. And then we're going to plant them in her flower beds. We have to do all of that before we could build raised beds over there on that side of the shed. And that is where we're going to extend this irrigation over yonder to water both our raised bed and our LIRIOPE nursery and some of our small tree cuttings as well.
So we're gonna put some
So I have an anecdote that will explain kind of what it's like getting things done on a small farm. Right here I have a jar of old dried apples, and this was my thought process was, well, we're almost out of jars. I've been using a lot of jars and I don't want to buy more jars because I have jars that are kind of in stasis, like this one with the old dried fruit in it. But I didn't want to waste all the dried fruit, so I made some garlands out of the dried fruit because my best friend is about to have a baby shower that's like vintage kitchen themed. The rest is going to the chickens. All that couldn't fit on a garland. So I'm making garlands, and then I'm bringing scraps to chickens, and now I have my jar, and now I can wash my jar, and I didn't have to go buy jars because this one's now vacant. But none of that is doing what I actually had to do, which was store something in the jar in the first place. And that is an anecdote to explain kind of what we do here every day. The goal for today was to build raised beds right kind of there by the shed. But before building the raised beds, Anthony had to buy some dirt, and because he was buying dirt anyway, he had to get extra dirt to pot up some LIRIOPE for one of his clients that he's doing a install for. And that's what he's doing now, instead of going right into building a raised bed, is potting up all that LIRIOPE so that he can then move all of his tree cuttings that are over there, so that we can then lay down weed barrier fabric and then build the raised beds. So we probably won't be building or filling beds today, but at least we're not kicking the can down the road with all of those other projects, and instead trying to start with a blank slate. That's something an older version or a younger version, a past version of ourselves would not have done. We would have gone right into the thing we wanted to do and saved all the stuff we had to do for later when it was more difficult to accomplish. So I guess I'm proud of us for not letting things pile up. Remember what a spelling bee is? Did you never do one? Did you never do a spelling bee?
I wasn't rich when I was a kid.
You don't-
I didn't get to compete in rich kid events.
They did them at public school.
I don't think they did.
I did a spelling bee at public school.
Why is that important?
'Cause
to me?
I want to do.
Did you drive your
No,
Bentley to the school?
No, I want to do a spelling bee, a funny cutaway to a spelling bee segment in this video. Okay, so can you just pretend you know how to do a spelling bee?
Yes. Why? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Please come to the podium to receive his word. Anthony, are you ready for your word?
I am ready for my word.
Please spell. Okay, in a spelling bee, you have to say the word and then spell it and then say it again. Okay. Anthony, can you please spell the word LIRIOPE?
LIRIOPE. LIRIOPE.
I don't think that's right.
LIRIOPE.
I don't think that's right. I think it's LORIOPE. LIRIOPE.
LIRIOPE.
I think so.
LIRIOPE.
I don't know. Can you give it a bottom third when you edit this video?
Of course I can,
Here.
unless I'm wrong. And then
Now act like you're interviewing LIRIOPE so it can have a bottom third. Hey, it's me, LIRIOPE. Nobody knows how to spell my name. That's my parents' fault. It's our new weather app.
Did you say our new weather app?
What's a better joke, our new weather app or the best use of all of our product?
Oof.
The most useful everything we grow on the farm has ever been.
The most expensive dog kennel ever. Hey. Do you think it's gonna rain?
Yes, I do.
Let's go check.
I do think it's gonna rain.
He might be onto something.
Yeah, he's right, so it's gonna rain.
Slight chance of rain. 50% chance, Graham?
I don't know, that pant volume makes me think it's like an 83% chance.
In other news, there's one of our tiny box turtles. There's one of our large box turtles. And we totally got the raised bed gardens built today. As you can see, they are right over there behind the playset in the rain. I'm just kidding, obviously we didn't get that done. But all the LIRIOPE got done. It's at the front of the truck right there on the yellow wheelbarrow. And the 2 yards of grade A garden mix that I bought is in the back of the truck, getting completely soaked. So that's going to be really, really nice and heavy when we go to use it next time.
It's weather! Weather is weathering!
I was just telling everybody about how much we accomplished today.
I feel like I did a lot.
Hey, you got it?
Hey, back on the patio.
Back on the patio.
You're gonna get struck by lightning. Again. Oh, she's running. Don't let, please. Oh no, the wagon.
Turtle.
Babe. Babe, you gotta go get the wagon.
Oh no, equality.
We don't do equality here. We do gender roles. Go get the wagon. Bring it to the shed. Oh, equality. She's going.
To the shed!
Bring it to the shed! Bring it to the shed!
To the shed, away!
We do gender roles and we also do child labor. Oh, uh-oh. She's
Wrong way! This way!
Speed! You know who's really probably liking this rain? Oh gosh, it's the LIRIOPE. Guys, I think we
Look at
should
that
go
wind.
inside.
You see the umbrella?
Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's gonna get ruined.
Yeah, we gotta remember to
Dita, go put the, oh, it's ruined.
yeah,
Go put the
fix that
umbrella
up.
down, Dita.
That was the roofing panel. This is the biggest storm we've had in a long time.
Are any of the, is anything gonna hit the house? Oh my gosh. Look at that tree blowing.
Yeah, that's scary.
At least they're blowing that way, I guess. Oh my goodness. Just snap into action. Okay, we were like
This is
having
the-
fun, but this is actually pretty serious. It's still fun. But
Turn
holy
it off
moly.
Before the tree fell?
I did turn it off before the tree fell,
Oh,
but
well, no one's gonna believe
I
it.
know. Well, no, you could see that there's a fallen tree right
See
there.
the chicken food buckets. It's all scattered across the yard. There's Grandpa's tree in there. Holy cow.
Oh, it's gonna be okay. Oh my gosh.
The whole vehicle almost blew over. What'd you say, Brent?
Is this fun? The bucket rolling. Wasn't it not even supposed to? Yeah! Wasn't it not even supposed to rain today?
Slight chance.
That's wild. Cooper, do you have anything to say about this rainstorm? Do you have anything else to say? Our power's out, huh? Yeah.
Probably.
The turtle power went out. Look.
We gotta make sure we tab that off. That thing's not.
Oh, at all?
Sunshine. That
Day 2 of trying to build raised beds. How's it going?
Very good, actually. As you can see, we've made a lot of progress. The weather conditions are perfect for moving large amounts of materials and doing so without rutting up the yard. And we've just been hard at it all day. And having power and electricity has really helped today too. That's been a big plus.
Thank you for the wet socks, Peanut. Thank you.
Love it.
Okay.
How'd it go?
There's a hole in my umbrella. So it went okay. How do I collapse it?
With the collapse button, of course.
No, I know how to umbrella, but I don't see it on this one. Oh, it doesn't have one. This is Graham's. It has her name and stuff in it. You see that?
We'll have to patch the hole
I'll
then.
have to patch it on.
What? The plan is that we are looking for a modest break in the rain to finish setting up our home generator. And then we are going to safeguard our indoor freezer and refrigerator because we don't know how long we're going to be without power. And then we're going to do what all wise people do on a rain day, and we're going to go adventure off farm and maybe take the girls to the aquarium, maybe to the play place, and probably get a spot of lunch because everything here is electric, including our range, so we can't really cook. And
Or you can cook pasta.
what? Cook what?
Pasta, because
Pasta. That's true, but that would take heat, and our induction oven's not going to work, and I can't plug it into the generator right now. But anyways, if power goes out, the first thing you want to eat is the refrigerator. The second thing you want to eat is the freezer, and the third thing you want to eat is your dry goods. We've already tapped into our dry goods, so we're not going to last long.
It's been 12 hours.
Dying.
maybe I can help.
So we actually bought this generator. We bought this generator almost 4 years ago, and it's just been waiting in the box for its moment. Okay, I'm just gonna see if it'll play for a second.
Back up street.
Okay.
I might just try to hold it over, and if you do like, give me extra lift that you can for
From
that
the back?
No, just from that side. We're gonna try to.
Which this side's heavier, right?
Yeah, it's all.
It wasn't sure.
Back here.
Yeah, you're good. You needed me that whole time. The storm has passed, but we still don't have power except for the generator that's just keeping the fridge on so that we don't lose all our food. But the stove still isn't working, and we're kind of tired of eating snacks. So we're gonna go to get some food.
Raised bed garden.
So we are picking up food from a place called Chop Shop, and we love them because they carry some of our products, but they also use animals from their own farm and other local farms, and they care. Oh no, she doesn't like when the car is not moving, and they use all local farms, and they're really great. They only do two things: their burger and a special. So that's what we're doing, and then we're gonna build raised beds.
It is 5:50, July 7th, 2 days into our 100-day challenge and 2 days into building our raised bed gardens. And we just got pummeled by rain, and we were out of power and dealing with all of the issues that come along with that. And I just wanted to show you our neighbor's yard, just for some context. Look at that. That big oak, and it's kind of hard from this perspective, but it fell perfectly parallel to the church. And you see where it ripped down the power line. And that's not the church proper. I think that's their rec center or something like that. The main body over there, the main big house, that's the main church. But they got proper lucky. God is with them, because it pulled down that giant oak and laid it perfectly parallel to their property. But this is what we have to do to finally get our raised bed in. We're gonna move all of these sawdust cuttings. So these are all apple and pear cuttings, and some of them took on own stock. Some of them have some weeds in there. Some of them took way better than others. There seems to be a couple of specimens that are just really shining through compared to everything else. Just about one really nice cutting from every single one of these pots. Some of them with half a dozen to a dozen. We got to get these guys moved, potted up, and then this is going to be where we nurse all of our ground cover liriope, and then this area will be where we build our raised bed. So that's what we're working on right now. A lot of catch up, and honestly I could probably just spend the next few hours troubleshooting, checking on all of my animals, which is what I'm going to do first, making sure everyone has food and water, making sure all the wind didn't blow anything down too severely. Nothing too bad, thankfully.
I'm out in the plot. I'm about to harvest some zinnias and probably a few echinacea flowers. Our eldest daughter requested that we make a special bouquet for our cat who needs to be euthanized tomorrow. She hasn't eaten in a few days. We've been monitoring her health. She is quite old, and she's been an elective outdoor cat for about 10 years. She was an indoor cat before that. when we lived in an apartment. But since we've lived we lived in a house with a yard, and then another house on an acre, and then we've lived on this farm for almost 3 years, and she's been exclusively outdoors since we've lived on this farm by her own choice. We will talk more about indoor versus outdoor cats, because I know that's a contentious topic for many people. We'll talk about that at a later time, but our cats are outdoors, and they don't always live as long for various reasons. But we know she has had a very full life with lots and lots of freedom, and it's never an easy choice to make, but when an animal's quality of life declines to where they're not eating or drinking water, that's their sign, that's their way of telling you that they are ready to leave this plane. And it's not always easy to detach from the way we humans ascribe emotion to the finality of life. I don't think it's the same for animals. And again, that is a topic for a later time. But right now, the fact of the matter is, unless she has a very miraculous turnaround tonight, our vet who does house calls, which is beautiful. Wherever you're watching this, look in your area and see if there is a vet that does that, because it's been life-changing to know that when we have to say goodbye to an animal, we can do so on our own land and not have to do that very sad drive to and from the actual vet. Yeah, our daughter requested that we make her a special bouquet, and so we're going to take some photos of them together with a really lovely bouquet. And yeah, our daughter's 3.5, but she has a very, very mature view on loss. Living on a farm, living with any collection of animals, you're going to lose about 10% a year. And because we have hundreds of chickens and other animals, that has proven to be pretty true. That's standard for zoos and aquariums and farms, and 10%, that's about what it is per year. So she's very used to saying goodbye to animals, sometimes with preparation and sometimes without any. So we're very grateful that we're cultivating that type of culture around life and death with her.
Hey guys, it's the 8th, so we're 3 days into our content challenge, and we're still building those raised beds, but I do, I'll find it and I'll bring it to you. We're still building that raised bed, and I'm dragging my feet today because today we have to bury one of our cats. She's the oldest animal that we have on the farm now, and we've had her for over 10 years. And she's been good find, baby. She's been a wonderful addition to the farm. She's voluntarily stayed outside most of her life, and she hasn't been taking food for the past 4 days now, and her body's starting to shut down on her. It's starting to be harder for her to stand, and depth perception's hard for her, so we want to let her go out with some dignity, and we have a vet that makes house calls.
Wasn't that crazy when the big tree fell?
That was so crazy when the big tree fell. Here, why don't you go ahead and feed those guinea babies? So I need to go prep her burial site, and that's what we're going to be doing. The vet will be here in an hour, and I know in my heart that we're making the right call because we want to honor her life and let her go at the right time instead of holding on for too long.
So Kenny's what I'm not what I outside cake.
So this is a swamp maple, as it's affectionately called here in the South, or a red brandywine maple. We have several of our furry friends here. Wheezy is our black cat. He is to the, I guess that would be the north. And then on the east we have Becky, our first chicken. And to the south we have Trayvon, our iguana. And to the west we have Honky and Tartar Sauce, our two geese. And then right here in the northwest is going to be where Little Oats lies. And we got a bunch of these branches pulled down to give this tree some better shape and shade. Let's see. Makes it a lot easier to appreciate how nice of a specimen this tree is. Well, my heart is super heavy, and our tree has a lot more company now. But I'm reaffirmed every time we have to bury an animal that we're making, and that we've made the right life choices to live on the land like this, because it's such an honor to be able to put them to rest underneath a tree that we'll be able to enjoy the shade of and appreciate. And my daughter's already asking to put a bench by that tree so that she can spend more time with those guys. And yeah, she probably has better emotional maturity, especially around mortality, than most adults do. And I think obviously that's because of how much loss we've endured on the farm, and that's part of it. You know, you sign up for that loss every time you take on stewardship of an animal, and in a way that pain and that suffering at the end is a blessing because it gives you context for all the rest of the time. I'm honored and sad, but the best thing to do that I've found when dealing with any kind of loss or frustration or grief is to work it out. So we're gonna work it out, and we're gonna get back to building those raised gardens, and we're gonna get back to building those raised beds.
Day 3 of raised bed building. You would never know that we just had a giant storm, a giant tree felling storm. It's warm, it's still humid, but it's dry, so we're building. We kind of mocked up a 3x8 bed yesterday that was like 2 feet high. But today we went back with fresh eyes and decided we would rather have more horizontal space than vertical space. So we are turning it into either an L shape or a U shape. I'm walking out to get the tripod. Right now, Anthony's working on making it an L, and then we said, why not? We have all the materials, so why not just go for a full U shape? The U shape is ideal compared to just doing like a bigger rectangular square, because you want to be able to get into the center and reach all of your plants, whereas if you just did a big rectangle, you wouldn't be able to effectively reach whatever's in the middle. Look at this sky. What a sky. What a sky, and what a moon. That's when you show us your butt. That was your cue. Show me your butt. I'm looking at what is left of our seed table that's not gonna go in the actual plot to put a few things in our raised bed gardens. We're not gonna start anything new just because it's already almost mid-July. So we're only gonna use stuff we have left over and then focus on getting it into really good shape for fall. We have a ton of seeds for fall that I'm looking forward to using, like carrots and radishes and cabbages. So for now we're just gonna put some herbs and maybe sweet peppers and eggplants in there. I might try, we have a few really crazy wild tomato plants. I might try suckering them and just taking the little suckers and putting them right in the dirt and see if they take. Just because it'll be, now we have a space closer to the house that I could do a little more experimental stuff like that in. I don't ever really do stuff like that in the plot just because it's too far away and I can't check on it regularly or tend to it. So I'm gonna have a little bit of space to try some new stuff, and that might be one of the things I try. Come on, plants. Let's go, plants. You can't see my plant wagon. Plant wagon. I would love for you to help. So I'm gonna try something I haven't tried before. I've seen it done and I've done something similar. I've propagated tomatoes in water, but I've never done it just by putting them right in the soil. So I'm gonna try that today. I'm gonna start by cleaning these ones up. We have trouble with tomatoes on this property. We've tried them in different places. The plot down that way doesn't like them at all. We think we have something in the soil called fungal wilt, which affects the nightshade family, but our peppers and our eggplants do fine. It's just our tomatoes that don't seem to love it here. But we have a couple plants closer to the house, that direction, that have actually been doing pretty well. That just goes to show how soil can be so different from microclimate to microclimate. Like the lines that we draw as our property are not the same lines that the earth draws, obviously. So I'm gonna try this 2 different ways. This one's trying to kind of sprout roots already, so I have high hopes for this one. This one I'm gonna lay flat like this and see if it gets some suckers poking up as well. And I'm gonna just kind of make a little, you can't really see, but I'm gonna make a little trench here and then bury everything. Do things with that kind of released attitude or mindset sometimes, then you may not ever really innovate. So we've had a lot of things fail that we've tried, but some things succeed as well, and that time that you spend trying to figure out something new can often be the reason you save yourself a lot of time in the future. So that's what I'm trying. And if it doesn't work, no big deal.
Wealthy and sexy. Wealthy and sexy.
What did you say?
Wealthy and sexy.
Wealthy and sexy. Nobody's gonna know what that means. You don't know our friend Jason Bergiers, check him out. If you do know him.
Our good friend Jason.
Our good friend. You don't know our good friend Jason. We're speaking about him in the past tense though. Maybe he will be our good friend. Okay. These look funky now, but if this works, it's gonna look really pretty. See, if you can see that, there's one. Of course, you can see that this camera shoots in 4K. This guy right here, shameless plug for Osmo. Insert sponsorship message here. We're not sponsored yet by anybody. Wait, actually, Wealthy and Sexy. We're sponsored for sure by Chacos, because that's all I wear in the garden. Chicken coop, garden, I don't care. I get bit by ants, doesn't matter. All I'm wearing is Chacos. Sponsor me. We're totally sponsored by Felco. Definitely sponsored by Felco. Who else sponsors us? Ultra sponsors us. Cool, no, well, maybe, I don't know. DeWalt sponsors us. Columbia sponsors us. Kubota. Kubota. Dreaming big. We're still waiting. Hey, Kubota, if you hear this, we're still waiting for our tractor. Well, I'm gonna do the other side, but
DJI.
huh? Oh yeah, DJI, you sponsor us too. You don't have to watch me do the other side, but I'm gonna go to the other side and do it. It's golden hour. Behind me is our brand new raised bed. We're done planting for now. We might have some spots to fill in, but check it out, it's already irrigated. Oh no, that's when it's supposed to, the water was supposed to start when I said check it out, it's irrigated. Please hold. Hopefully that song's not copyrighted. Okay, watch, ready? Is it irrigated? It's irrigated! Woo! Insert, make it rain.
Oh no, the baby.
Oh no!